How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Saturday Bible Study. Let's continue on in Matthew 21 and move over to 22. Let's go to New Living with it. When the owner of the vineyard returns, Jesus asked, "What do you think he will do with those farmers?" The religious leaders replied, "He will put the wicked men to a horrible death and lease the vineyard to others who will give him his share of the crop after each harvest." Then Jesus asked them, "Didn't you ever read this script in the scriptures? The stone that the builders rejected has now become the cornerstone. This is the Lord's doing, and it is wonderful to see. I tell you, the kingdom of God will be taken away from you and given to a nation that will produce proper fruit." In other words, his church in the Gentile flesh. Anyone who stumbled, and this chosen few, nothing's changed. They're just of different race origins. It's now of all flesh be saved, not just the Israelite race or nation. Anyone who stumbles over that stone will be broken into pieces, and it will crush anyone who falls on it. When the leading priests and the Pharisees heard this parable, they realized he was telling the story against them, and they were the wicked farmers. They wanted to arrest him, but they were afraid of the crowds, who considered Jesus to be a prophet. Jesus also told them other parables. He said, "The kingdom of heaven will be illustrated by the story of the king who prepared a great wedding feast for his son." We'll get to the rest tomorrow on that. Revelation. And the Revelation study, I apparently loaded and then, I had made some mistakes. I thought I'd done the video and I didn't do the video. So we're at 9:18-10. 4. By these three was a third part of the men killed by the fire, by the smoke, by the brimstone, which issued out of their mouths. For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails were like unto serpents, and had heads, and with them they do hurt. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see nor hear or walk, neither repented they of their murders nor of their sorceries, which is connecting with demons, nor of their fornication. I mean, if like you smoke like ayahuasca or weed and you start connecting spiritually, that's what getting high is. You're literally connecting with the outer realms, the other realms. And that's sorcery, straight up. Pharmakia, you do it doing drugs, pharmaceuticals, drugs. That's what it is. But it's connected. Sorcery to its core is connecting to demonic spirits. Sorcery to its core is not pharmaceuticals, even though the word is pharmakia. People go in the wrong direction with that. Go in the direction of it's connecting to demons, and pharmaceuticals is a way to do it. It's not the only way. So getting with a crystal ball or a medium is another form of pharmakia, even without drugs. I'm telling you, there's YouTube truther channels, so-called biblically correct YouTube channel. They're all crooks. Very few are making mistakes accidentally. They're no different than your weatherman or the sportscaster on TV. They're part of the system. Now, your weatherman's going to tell you the truth, but they know stuff that they don't tell you. Same with your weather guy. You can see it in their hand signals all over the place. Anyway, and I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud and a rainbow upon his head, and his face was as if it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his foot upon the sea and his left foot on the earth. And he cried with a loud voice, when a lion roareth. When he had cried, 7 thunders uttered their voices, and then the 7 thunders had uttered their voices. I was about to write, and I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, seal up those things which the 7 thunders uttered, and write them not. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what we do.